Lately, everybody has been hyped and talking about Roblox Rainbow Friends Chapter 2. What are the new monsters going to be like, and are we actually going to be going to Oddworld for the next stage? But there's also been many people wondering if Chapter 2 will even happen, and along with some interesting details, that may actually be the case. Smash like and subscribe if you want Chapter 2 to come to Rainbow Friends, and let's get right into it. First of all, we do need some context and talk about the creators behind Rainbow Friends. It was created by the team called Fragment Games, and the creators behind the group are staffed by two individuals, Charcoal and Roy Stanford. We actually talked a bit about them as they have added little secret cameos of themselves within the game. Now, for those who didn't know, Roy Stanford is actually a very famed Roblox creator. He's created many popular games such as Spider, Baker's Valley, Redwood Prison, boasting a nearly combined 2 billion visits. Spider, his most popular game, has over 1.3 visits alone, so Rainbow Friends is not his first hit game when it comes to popularity. Now, here is where things start to get very interesting. When it comes to his famed game Spider, they haven't really updated the game other than a few minor improvements. The Spider game is relatively similar to Rainbow Friends in terms of playability and the horror aspect to it, as well as telling a story, but the game has been pretty much the same for nearly 2 years, with no added chapters to the game. Now, albeit this was the developers' first major hit game, but the fact that they've made quite a bit of games that doesn't feature any major updates, with the exception to Redwood Prison, does give some pretty big signs at development. As Rainbow Friends currently is left on a cliffhanger heading to Oddworld at the end of Chapter 1, could this actually just be the end of the whole game and series already? I mean, honestly, if the developers do not want to progress with Rainbow Friends, they could just end the game in the series as is. I mean, you already escaped the power plant, especially from the monsters, and you're heading towards Oddworld, where the bus was supposed to go originally in the first part of the chapter. That and the fact that the game hasn't received an update since its release back on June 30th does slowly increase the probability that the game probably wouldn't receive a Chapter 2 update. You've even had many people tweeting at Fragment Games over on Twitter for a response on this very matter, with no official responses still yet recorded. Heck, even the Fragment Games Twitter account hasn't had any major references that could hint to a Chapter 2 in a form of a message, which kinda leaves us all in the dark at this current time. It really doesn't make sense to leave a game hanging on just one chapter, especially with all these secrets and mysterious people to figure out exactly what happened. It does leave room for a lot of imagination though, in which content creators and fans have been having fun theorizing what will happen next. And if you really do think about it, Rainbow Friends could actually turn out to be the next Piggy if they play their cards correctly. If they continue to add in more chapters once every couple weeks, stay up to date with the community, and include lots of secrets and leaks to build more hype, the game could actually explode even more than it already has. Though we the community would love to see Rainbow Friends exactly how they're going to be updating and evolve through their game in the process of the story, what do you guys think about it? Do you think Rainbow Friends will receive a Chapter 2, or do you think the story in the game is going to end right here? Let us know in the comments what you think. Smash like and subscribe, especially if you want Chapter 2 to come to Rainbow Friends, and take care.